to another episode of St Vincent Untold Stories. On this episode, we feature one of St Vincent's top cop, Trevor Boju Bailey, and we talk about the three persons who lost their lives recently when unknown assailant ran into a shop at Belmont and sent them to the graveyard. Big ups to all of my subscribers. And if you are new to the channel, please remember to hit the subscriber button, the like button, and the notification bell so that whenever we post videos, you can get them as soon as possible and you can always stay in tune with the channel. A lot of times, people try to make a comparison with our channel and other people's channel, but this channel was started a long time ago, back in 2019. If you want the proof, you can just hit the channel and go on about, and you would see when our channel was created. Our channel was created to find a solution to help troubled youths within the communities of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I am sure by now the name Trevor Bojo Bailey rings a bell across the four corners of St. Vincent. We all had several run-ins already with Bojo in the past. My first encounter with Mr. Bailey was a long time ago when some friends were hanging out at a house and Buju and his squad ran into the house and members inside the house shouted, boys, present your warrant, otherwise go back out. At that time, AK was the front man. From the time one of the boys said, present your warrant, SWAT eye, SWAT eye! AK started to operate it as soon as possible. You see, AK's style was different. It was hit first and talk after talk. You see, Bailey's technique was a bit different. He had the size of a bodybuilder, and his voice would make you tremble. When he spoke to the boys in the house, he said, boys, please comply. And the boys got frightened, so they complied right away and let Eke and his squad search the house. AK pulled out a bag and it had some green substance in it. You know what the Rastafarians plant in other mountains? It had some of that. It gave off an aroma, but it was actually some bush, some shake off. So AK said, boys, are you pulling on this thing? And the boys said, no, sir, that a shake off. AK said, you lie, shake off. Swat I. Eat that now. Back in those times, men were scared. There was a gentleman by the name of Attila. One time, he went there to hustle some green substance in stubs. But while coming back home, he saw the black squad jeep approaching while he was on a truck. Boy, Attila got so frightened that he threw off the substance and the police didn't even stop the truck, but he glimpsed AK. AK said, stop that now, let me get Attila immediately. When they got to Attila, Bailey raised his voice and he said, boy, whose substance is this? Attila said, mine, mine, mine. You see, Bailey's not the type of cop that would sit around and just allow anything to pass. He made sure that the perpetrators were dealt with swiftly. A few weeks ago, a known assailant ran into a shop at Belmont, and they took out two men and a lady, and some other bystanders received some metal and was warded at the hospital. During a press conference, Bailey said that they are working on it and they would try to apprehend the perpetrators as soon as possible. So said, so done. Immediately after, one person was brought into custody, and Bailey said that they are working tirelessly to solve the case. A few months ago, during a press conference, a question was posed, and they asked if there were gangs in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And Bailey said yes. And we have proven that because the YouTuber Christmas List came here and conducted some interviews. And men were shouting 666 from all different directions. Men from Parlors Avenue shouted six. Men from Rose Place, Bottom Town, shouted six. So if everybody is six, who are the rivals? I thought that Paul's Avenue was going to say beehive. To us, it was really confusing how everybody was shouting six. Is it a case because Asanga and Dochi have now passed on that there is no leader within the beehive? Everybody wants to be their own boss. So then again, if everybody is shouting a six, who is beating off the machines and putting metal in people and sending them to the graveyard? The real six boss from Edinburgh said that he's not looking for any problems. He's just trying to help other people. And I warned before, he's not an easy pushover. If you bring problems, you're gonna get problems. A long time ago, there was a lot of bad eggs within the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines police force, and witnessed it several times. We have seen recordings in the past where the police acted out of conduct. Sometimes people were speaking and they would just receive several slaps across their face. In all honesty, we have to give these new police a round of applause. We don't see these type of things happening anymore. When last you've heard a police just slap someone like that? And now from the time you go into the police station, they are willing and ready to take your report. No matter if you're wrong or right, they want to hear the two sides. And that is proper justice. We are living in a real world, and this is not a fairy tale. Sometimes crimes will go unsolved because a witness choose not to come forward. Right now, we are seeing a lot of petty crime where men are getting arrested for stealing things like plums, going into shops and taking things off of shelves. Is it a case of poverty? Is it inflation where people are getting paid and can't afford the things inside the shops? Take a look at this video, right? Everywhere you turn, in every village and every town, there is a truck distributing plantains, even at other schools, even at the hospitals. One friend said that she went into a government institution, and by the time she arrived, they were shouting, "Do you want a bunch of plantains?" Well, a little friend of mine told his mother that he's fed up of plantains. He said, planting every minute, planting pie, fry planting in bread, planting in rice, planting in soup, too much. You know why we are having this problem? For too long now, we have been exporting most of our goods when we can set up factories and manufacture our own stuff. So, if there are competitors within the market, say for example, a bag of planting overseas might cost $3. Then if you see a lot of plantings within the country, then you sell them for 150 or $2 a bag. You go less than the competitors. But you need the factories to mass produce. We have to build the factories. Mangoes dropping everywhere. Bloop, 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 bloop. The Minister of Agriculture is a good friend to Untold Stories and he listens. In St. Vincent, we have the private sector and the public sector. So there are other investors also who can invest in building some factories. Right now, planting seems to be the replacement for bananas as the main crop. So if we see the farmers are planting plantings on a larger scale, set up shop during a carnival, back to school, and before Christmas. We have a thing in St. Vincent where some road work is given out, where persons would join what we call the road gangs to help clean up other road sides. That type of work is not permanent. We need to find permanent jobs for the people. So let us build some factories. Those same 5,000 people out on the road right now could have something permanent. And as I said, if they are competitors, you lessen the price. And when you take over the market and you push out those competitors, then you have the market for yourself. And then you can jack up back the price to $3 per bag. You see this episode, we don't want to draw it out too long. So we'll be coming back, right? But I want to touch a topic, right? Why is it that Mr. Tim can eat and Sherry cannot eat? Something is definitely wrong with us, right? I thought that we were dealing with justice and equality. So you see why the crime rate is increasing. It is because some are surviving and some can't survive. Let us keep it equal. Alright, now we are inside of the festive season. So we are asking all the rude boys, all the wannabe six, to put the machines down.